Okay, so for today's deep dive, we're squeezing ourselves into that claustrophobic wood-paneled hallway on the 712 floor. We're revisiting the 1999 surrealist trip, being John Malkovich.
It is such a weird film.
It really is. You remember the vibes?
Yeah.
Puppeteers, portals into celebrity brains, a very disheveled John Cusack.
Yeah, and usually when people talk about this movie, we get bogged down in the philosophy or just, the sheer absurdity of it all. But the analysis we're looking at today argues something completely different. It says if you strip away all the puppets and the low ceilings, this film is actually running on a totally standard Hollywood engine.
Which just sounds impossible, I mean, for a Spike Jonze movie. But we're looking at this through the lens of Blake Snyder's Save the Cat beat sheet.
Right. Specifically, a genre he calls out of the bottle.
Out of the bottle.
Yeah, so think Aladdin, think Freaky Friday, even something like The Mask. The structure is almost always the same. A hero finds some kind of magic, they use it to fix their life, and then, they learn a lesson.
And the argument here is that being John Malkovich follows that roadmap beat for beat, right up until it decides to just drive off a cliff.
Exactly. So let's trace that map. Every out-of-the-bottle story has to start with the wish. The hero needs to be miserable enough to need magic in the first place.
And Craig Schwartz is, well, he is the definition of miserable.
The analysis uses that great screenwriting term, stasis death here. It's not just that he's bored. It's that if nothing changes, his spirit is literally going to die.
Right. He's a failed puppeteer. His marriage to Lottie is completely stagnant. He feels invisible.
And that opening image just hammers it home.
Oh, yeah.
The puppet looks in the mirror and smashes it because it hates its own reflection.
Yeah.
Craig doesn't just want to do job. He wants externality. He wants out of the prison of his own head.
Which then summons the spell.
The spell. In Aladdin, it's the lamp. Here, it's a tiny door behind a filing cabinet at Leicester Core.
And what I love about this breakdown is how it focuses on the rules. Good magic systems always have to have constraints, right?
Always. If you could just stay in Malkovich forever right away, there's no movie, a script sets a hard timer, you get 15 minutes inside his head.
You see what he sees, feel what he feels.
And then the magic wears off and poof, you were dumped in a ditch on the New Jersey Turnpike.
So glamorous.
So unglamorous. But that mechanic, that's what triggers the fun and games section of the movie.
Right, where in most films, the kid buys a bunch of toys, or the shy guy suddenly becomes cool.
But here, Craig and Maxine, they monetize it. $200 a ticket to ride the Malkovich.
And this is where the analysis gets really interesting and kind of dark. It puts the film in the body switch subgenre.
Like Big or The Nutty Professor.
So in those movies, what is the lesson the hero usually learns by the end?
It's always, I'm okay just the way I am. Tom Hanks wants to be a kid again. The Nutty Professor learns he doesn't need the potion to be lovable. The lesson is acceptance.
But being John Malkovich just violently rejects that. Craig is a narcissist. When he gets a taste of being someone else, he doesn't want to go back. He wants to cheat.
He decides to hijack the vessel permanently. It creates this amazing friction where you, the audience, you're expecting some kind of redemption arc, right?
Yeah, maybe he fixes his marriage with Lottie or something.
But instead, he goes full villain.
And this is why I think the notes say people miscategorize the film. It feels institutionalized because of the weird corporation, or like a buddy love story because of Maxine.
But Maxine isn't his partner helping him grow. She's the femme fatale who's, like, fueling his addiction. The core engine is that out-of-the-bottle wish to be someone else.
It's an addiction story disguised as a fantasy, which leads us to the final image, which is honestly one of the most terrifying endings in cinema.
It really is. In a normal movie, the magic fades, everyone hugs. Here, Craig fails to escape what the notes call his inexorable interiority.
Grief, right?
Isn't it? He tries to switch bodies again, but gets trapped in the mind of Maxine's daughter, Emily.
He becomes a permanent passenger. He's forced to watch the woman he loves, Maxine, living a happy life with his ex-wife, Lotte, through the eyes of their child.
He got his wish. He is, technically, someone else.
But with zero agency.
None. The film just weaponizes the genre. It sets you up for Freaky Friday, and then it delivers pure existential horror.
The lesson isn't for the hero, it's a warning for us, for the audience.
Yeah, it completely flips that whole walk a mile in someone else's shoes idea.
Yeah.
It suggests that rejecting your own identity doesn't lead to freedom. It leads to erasure.
It's a powerful anti-lesson. So if the out-of-the-bottle genre is usually designed to teach us to value our own lives, this movie asks a really unsettling question. What happens if you actually succeed in becoming someone else, only to lose the ability to participate in the world entirely?
You become a ghost in a shell.
On that cheery note, that's our dive into the structural nightmare of being John Malkovich. Thanks for listening.